What's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Reviews, where it's giving you AEW Dark Elevation results from the Monday night and AEW Dark results on the Tuesday nights. So, both shows were taking place obviously at the same venue, same place, at Day's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, the thing we're going to start off first is Monday's night of AEW Dark Elevations that feature Tony Schiavone and Paul White. And the show from June 28th, 2021. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Starting off, first of all, I believe they started off with an opening promo. Yes, I wouldn't say an opening promo of pertains to Dark itself, but opening promo of the post show after Saturday night's Dynamite, when Dragon Boy went up against King Omega and lost, the title and all that, and then also there's some things that happened afterwards. So if you remember, after Dragon Boy and King Omega had a great match on Saturday Night's Dynamite, where Omega retained, and then he's gonna take a cheap shot at Jungle Boy. Christian Cage comes out for the save. Then we get the Hardy family office in Matt Hardy, and if I recall, I think it was Private Party, or maybe it was TH2. Either way, it came out because they have to have scores to settle with Christian Cage. Then also with with Christian Cage getting the better of them, the Young Bucks came out to take care of Christian Cage, who went after their best friend Kenny Omega. So in the way they came out to retaliate. Now I can't say it right. Now I can't even talk. Retaliate. But and then as the heels were staying tall afterwards, that's when they went off the air, and then they showed the post show where Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo came out, to basically scare away the heels, and that's when the Mad King Eddie Kingston starts cutting a promo about props to Jungle Boy, props to a legend in Christian Cage, who's happy that they're happy and proud to have him on the roster. And then I remember talking about this before with Eddie Kingston. I believe it was during that Saturday Night Dynamite review I did. Retains that whole thing. I didn't talk much about it, but it's basically Eddie Kingston talking about basically taking shots at WWE. Pertains to what we do is pro wrestling, not sports entertainment, something like that. Talking about looks like I'm burning another bridge there and all that, and basically talking about how just you never see a match like how Jungle Boy and Kenny Omega had on the other channel, which he means on the WWE's channel, and talk about how you never see a legend being treated right on the other channel, which is true, and you will not see it in Kingston or Penta as your middle on the other channel. Throwing lots of shades at WWE, while even saying WWE, because we all know what Eddie Kingston is talking about. So that's basically what it was, and I'm like, I'm all for that. I am all for it, because he ain't lying. He ain't spilling lies there. He's spitting truth. He's spitting facts. Because look where Ricochet is in right now. Even you can look at look what Jeff Hardy is in right now. He's a legend, and they have him losing all the time, and then having lose to someone like a Jinder Mahal. Who else can I put in there? We were just seeing back in on January, the Big Show, which is why he left. Mark Henry. I'm pretty sure that's not the reason why he left, but you saw how he was treated too. No excuse of how to treat your legends. And also about not just talking about those legends, but other legends as well. And especially where they didn't even want Christian Cage to wrestle anymore. Especially Vince McMahon, for whatever reason, doesn't like him. It's got me more to it than his ugly face, which I don't think Christian Cage has an ugly face, you know. But I digress. But hey, I'm not saying WWE doesn't have doesn't have great matches. I'm pretty sure they have some great matches. Some that I don't even watch. Things I hear of, but I don't watch them anymore. So, but nonetheless, Eddie Kingston was doing all that, and then also in Blu-ray, starts open his mouth about how Eddie Kingston, he doesn't have a problem with Eddie Kingston and all that, change current promos and all that, because he is who he is. And but he just basically tells him he needs to shut the fuck up and everything and all that. And like who are you? Like you're the one that also being treated badly over there too. Because let's think about it, when Blu-ray came back as Bubba Ray Dudley to reunite the team, the Dudley Boys, during the summer against the New Day, and they lost to the New Day. Now and they kept losing a lot of things too, moving forward. And Blu-ray wants to even though Blu-ray's not there anymore, he's doing his own thing, and it's one of the reasons why he left WWE in the first place, because he got sick and tired of where he got a revamping of his character in TNA, which he did a great job of that, of the Blu-ray character. He wanted to show that in WWE, and WWE didn't want to do it because they wanted to do the same old shit with Blu-ray, because some people will not recognize who he is and that, and like bullshit. People knows who he is. Otherwise you would never cut that promo of, do you know who I am? But the fact is, Blu-ray is defending these guys, because he's in their Hall of Fame and everything. So he feel like he has to defend the company of all that bullshit that they've been doing with their young talents. But Blu-ray has no. I get Blu-ray saying that to Eddie Kingston, because Eddie Kingston has never been in WWE. You don't even have to be in WWE to know how to see with your own two eyes how everything that Eddie Kingston has been saying is true. So if anyone needs to shut the fuck up, it's Blu-ray, because it's really none of his concern, because he doesn't work for the company anymore. So if Eddie Kingston wanted to do that type of shit, even though it was not, and that's another thing too. And his other thing too was that he wasn't even cutting promo, but just to putting over the company of AEW. That's the same stuff. Yes, he was. He was doing it on that show. He's putting over Jungle Boy. He's putting over Kenny Omega too. Saying giving his double his dues. He's talking about the matches that AEW's been doing. Has been great, and how AEW is treating the legends and all that. Like that to me, that sounds like he is putting over AEW. So I don't know where Blu-ray is coming from, saying that he's not he's not promoting or even putting over AEW. Like yes, he is. Otherwise, he would not be in that company in AEW and cutting that promo that he did. So yeah, if anyone needs to shut the fuck up, it's Blu-ray Dudley. But then again, he's just called Blu-ray. But I digress. Actually, I didn't know where I was going with that, but. Anyways, folks, I'm sorry about that. But that basically was that was not supposed to be about Blu-ray, but I had to bring that up because that was part of this whole thing. So, but anyways, so after that was over, now we also make it to a match. The Gun Club that featured Billy and Colton Gunn defeating J.D. Drake and Ryan the Myth. They're being covered by the wingmen of Cesar Bononi and Peter Avalon. Penelope Ford defeated Valentina Rossi. I don't remember how she looked for that, but I thought she was beautiful and I thought she was sexy. So, but Penelope Ford won though. Brian Cage with Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Serpentico with Dr. Luther at ringside. And someone said, wait a minute, why they have Brian Cage versus Serpentico? And I said, well, this better be a fast match, and it wasn't. It was actually about 3 to 5 minutes. And Serpentico got some stuff onto Brian Cage, even though with the help of Dr. Luther. And meanwhile, while all this going on, Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs was just standing there and not doing anything. I'm saying to myself, what the hell? Like, you see Dr. Lucha's getting involved in Brian Cage's matches, and they're just standing there. Like, Brian Cage got this. I mean, obviously, Brian Cage does got this because he still won at the end of the day, but still. Like, what the fuck was this? But I don't know if that's supposed to be a sign that the Brian Cage is going to be leaving, Team Taz or whatever, but that was weird. And the fact that, Brian Cage is going up against Serpentico was weird, too, because Serpentico was getting the better of Brian Cage. It's like, having Marco Stunt having the better of Brian Cage. Or worse, having the better of Lance Archer. Jeez. Machine Gun Carl Anderson with Doc Gallows at ringside and the Young Bucks, by the way, versus Wheeler Yuta, I think that's how you say it. Match was alright. I wasn't really into the match anyways. Not because of the, I don't know who this guy is, but because of Carl Anderson. Because he is not the same Carl Anderson that I'm used to be a fan of. So, Adrian Alanis, Justin Corino, and Liam Gray. They went against Brock Anderson. Yeah, I thought I was gonna say Brock Lesnar, did I? Yeah, did ya? Sorry, folks. Got a little sore throat. But he teams up with Dustin Rhodes and Lee Johnson. Basically, it's like the Nightmare Family with Arn Anderson at ringside. Match was decent. Obviously, Nightmare Family wins. So, The Acclaim, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Basically, you have Max Caster rapping about the Acclaim were shorten your lifespan. What's this guy's gimmick? A straight white man. So that was basically what it was. But basically, it was the Acclaim, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens defeating Matt Justice and PB Smooth. And I thought the match was alright. Now I wasn't really into the show that much, folks, until the next match, which it featured Riho. Now when Riho came out, I was like, oh, I woke up. I was like, oh, I woke up now, like, because I was really feeling bored of the show, folks. Not that there was any bad matches. I'm just like, I'm just getting sick and tired of watching these repeated squash matches that AEW does on the AEW Dark elevations, especially on Dark. But once Riho came out, all of a sudden, my spirit, my excitement, my energy woke up. Riho came out. She went up against Kylan King. They had a good match with Riho winning. Now, I was not sure. I was not certain if Riho was going to win against Kylan King, but the fact that she beat Kylan King, I'm all for that. But it was good. It was a good match though. I love the match. But Riho won the match. The Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison with Julia Hart at ringside first defeated Aaron Rourke and Jake Logan. Match didn't last that long anyways, but yeah, Varsity Blondes wins. Thunder Rosa defeated Catalina Perez. The match I thought was decent. Chuck Taylor defeated The Blade with the Bunny at ringside. Unfortunately, there's no Trent because he's out for injury. I don't know for how long, but he's gonna be out for a while. But as far as Chuck and The Blade, they had a decent match. I was a fan of this match. I thought it was decent. In the end, obviously, The Blade won the match because the Bunny got involved. Basically, it was cheating that happened. And then also, TH2 came out to beat up on Chuck, and Blade joined along with it. And then Orange Cassidy came out to chase them all off and all that. And that was it. So, the Dark Orders 5, Alex Reynolds and Coco Banda. They went up against the Hardy family office of Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn of the Pirate Party, and Matt Hardy. And match itself was pretty decent. I was getting into this match very well. And in the end, it was a Hardy family office winning the match. And there you go. Hikaru Shida versus Reka Tahaka. And the match I thought was pretty decent with obviously Hikaru Shida winning the match. Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo with Alex Abrahantes defeated the Hybrid 2 of Jack Evans and Henico. Obviously, because Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero are the opponents for basically to face the Young Bucks on Dynamite. The returning of Wednesday's Dynamite. So, and that will conclude your AEW Dynamite. I'm sorry, not Dynamite. AEW Dark Elevation results on the Monday nights. So, again, from June 28th, 2021, total my wrestling was 13 matches, and my overall strength for the show, I'm gonna give it, the show got picked up a little bit in the middle, so I'm gonna go with, I'll go with a 6.5 out of 10, just to be generous. Because if they didn't have Riho on the show, because I love Riho. Riho is amazing, and on top of that, she's gorgeous. I don't care what anyone else say, which is her size and her figures and all that, but she's hot. She's adorable. She's sexy, and I'm attracted to her. So, but yeah, 6.5 out of 10. I will give it. If she wasn't on the show, that brightened my that brightened my day. I would have given the show a 5 out of 10, to be honest with you, because I was not feeling the show at all. So, but that will conclude your AEW Dark results. I mean, AEW Dark Elevation results. Speaking of me watching Dark Elevation shows on Dark, let's get now to AEW Dark. And here we go. So, as far as AEW Dark concerning, with Excalibur and Taz as your commentators. The show from June 29th, 2021. So let's get right into it. As usual, when it pertains to this whole thing, also Ricky Starks was on commentary too as well, for a brief time. But that's not here or there. But as usual, when it pertains to Dark shows on Tuesday nights, by the way, I'm not gonna go too long with it. I'm not even gonna take too much time on here, except for one thing. But I'll tell when I get to it. But other than that, nothing else to write home at home with this. So, that being said, let's get right into it. With Wardlow defeating Baron Black. And yeah, obviously. But it was a good match though. For what was worth for Baron Black. Lee Johnson with Dustin Rhodes defeated Barry Morales in the match I thought was decent. Abaddon defeated someone named Hyena, Hyan, I think. But I don't know much about her. I mean, she's got good looking on that, but at the end of the day, she went against Abaddon, and yes, so remember talking about how Brian Cage went up against Serpentico. Well, now we got Powerhouse Hobbs going up against Marco Stunt, who I gotta remind everyone who stunted his growth. But Powerhouse Hobbs went up against Marco Stunt. Obviously, Powerhouse Hobbs won, but also you gotta have Marco Stunt getting some offense in there too, because why not? But it was really much nothing anyways. But it's whatever. Jake Roberts was on commentary at one point, where Lance Archer went up against Kenny Bengale. I don't know who he is, but it was a squash basically. So yeah, Lance Archer won. Not much to say about that. Ty Conti went up against the sister of Robin Renegade. This one is Charlotte Renegade, and and you could tell that she's her sister too, not because of the last name. Now I don't know if that's really the last name. Maybe that's just it's one of the things they're gonna use as the last names. I don't know. In wrestling. But as far as real last name, I don't know if it is or not, but I digress. But you could tell that's that's Robin's sister, because they look alike. And as soon as I saw that, like, wait a minute, isn't that Robin? Like, wait a minute, no, that's not Robin, it's someone else. Like, okay. Like, wow, she looks just like her sister. And now wondering which one is the oldest. But I digress. But Charlotte Renegade versus Ty Conti. Guess who won that match? Obviously, Ty Conti. But it was still Charlotte Renegade. I want to see more of her. I want to see what else she can do. Now I don't know if that's going to be possible, because AEW is going back on the road, and she's not signed to AEW. So for those that are not signed with AEW, I unfortunately won't be seeing them that much anymore, unless their matches are shown on YouTube again. Which is to be back in the Indies. So, which is a shame, because I'm gonna miss Kylan King. I'm gonna miss Baron Black. I'm gonna miss as much I got not much to it, but I'm definitely gonna miss Fuego del Sol. That's among others too that I'm gonna miss as well. Good thing Julia Hart ends up being part of the Varsity Blondes and be part of AEW, because if she was not part of that whole thing, which I don't know whose idea that was to pair them together, because I thought it was a great idea they put them together, because it just fits with everything that they're about. It just fits them. So in a way, I'm glad that she's part of AEW now, because the Varsity Blondes. So in a way, she's got a home in AEW. On top of that, I think she's also one of part of the factory trainees in the Nightmare Family trainees the Nightmare School, where that thing they call, where it takes to train their wrestlers. But I digress though. But yeah, but Taikonti got the win over on Charlotte Renegade. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo with Nick Camarado at ringside defeated Chad Lennox, I think it's as I say it, and Zach Relia, I think. And it was matches whatever. So Frankie Kazarian, the Elite Killer, defeated J.D. Drake with the Wingman at ringside. The match I thought was pretty decent, I must just say. And Hanigo with Matt Hardy at ringside defeated Arjun Singh, who's another Indian wrestler on that AEW, thinking of bringing it into AEW as well. I'm assuming he's part of it. They just like they got Roya Johar. I think that's how I say his name. The one that Matt Hardy trying to recruit. The one that the AEW kept bragging about. They signed a guy who could be something in AEW. But in the end, Hanigo got the win on Arjun Singh. And speaking of Jorah was there at ringside. And he said, basically Matt Hardy tells him, time is money. And basically, he's thinking about it. He also says, he needs to make a decision soon if he wants to be a star. That's what Matt Hardy said to him. So, and he's thinking about it too. I think he's going. I'm pretty sure he's going to join. There's no other explanation than him joining. So, Vicky Guerrero interrupts Justin Roberts so she can introduce the Native Beast Nyla Rose. Again, I'm tired of this stick now. But Nyla Rose going up against Holidead. I'm pretty sure y'all know who Holidead is. She used to be tag team partners with Thunder Rosa, and I thought that was a great pair of tag team when they were tag team in the Indies, and I just loved the chemistry that they had too. Even when they had one-on-one matches for each other, Holidead versus Thunder Rosa, they killed it, So it's great to see Holidead, but I was not happy that AEW debuted her, having the jobber debut, especially with her gimmick, her character, her persona, that the Holidead that's never been seen that much before. I mean, obviously it's been seen before in like the Boogeyman or whatever, but this is Holidead we're talking about here, and this is how you make her debut. This is how you make her debut on AEW, and of all places on AEW Dark. So obviously, Holidead showed on a little bit, and then she got beaten by Nyla Rose because Nyla Rose is going to be number contender, going up against Britt Baker, and I was not happy about that, by the way. It could have been anyone else that Nyla Rose could wrestle, and of all people that AEW went with, they went with Holidead. Unacceptable. Sunny Kiss went up against the Blade with the Bunny and TH2 at ringside. Sunny Kiss had a good match with the Blade here. In the end, it was the Blade getting the win. And after the match, they beat up on Sunny Kiss because they're bullies. Chuck Taylor comes out, Orange Cassidy comes out for the save. They basically chase away the heels. And then Joey Janela comes out of nowhere. And he's like, come on guys, get in here. Come back here and fight. Because, this whole thing, because basically what they're doing on Dark is that Joey Janela and Sunny Kiss are no longer being tag team partners because Joey Janela let Sunny Kiss high and dry at one point. To a point where he's frustrated of losing every time with Sunny Kiss and all that, to a point where they're gonna have a program. Maybe it'll be on Dark Elevations, or maybe they'll waste it on Dark on Tuesdays, but we'll see. But George was doing that another thing, pertaining to Stu Care for Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss will not have any of it. You could tell that's gonna be a bit of a program between the two. So, Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes defeated Ashley Dumabis. Ashley Dumabus. Dumabis. I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. I'll try to pronounce her last name. Um, in fact, I'll show you a picture of her right now. Here's a picture of her. A picture of Ashley, the woman that I'm keep messing up her last name, but this is her. And on top of that, with her shape and all that, yeah, from here you can see that she almost look like Jordan Grace. And on top of that, she's got a nice big ass. Just saying. But anyways, back to the show itself. But yeah, Julia Hart defeated Ashley, the woman I can't pronounce her last name right. I tried so many times, folks, but maybe eventually I will. All I gotta do is just keep hear her name, her last name I should say, and keep repeating it in my head every time. So, Private Party and Jack Evans with Matt Hardy at ringside versus Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, and Colt Cabana of the Dark Order. Match itself was pretty good, with the Dark Order winning. Sean Dean defeated JDX. And finally, the main event. I can't believe this was even the main event in the first place. I'm insulted this is they keep having this as a main event. I don't care if it is regular AEW Dark show, but the fact that this is the main event is ridiculous. And the one I'm talking about is Ryan Nemeth and Cesar Bononi with Peter Avalon defeating Sag Scott and Jake St. Patrick, I should say. By the way, Sag Scott and Jake St. Patrick, they look like a tag team with the guitars they already. I like it. Now, unfortunately, we won't be seeing them anymore because they're going to be gone after AEW go back to the road, and they'll be wrestling in the Indies. But yeah, there you go. And there you go, folks. That was the main event, and that was your AEW Dark show on a Tuesday. So the total wrestling was 15 matches. In my overall rating for the show, this one I gotta go with a 5.5 out of 10. Maybe because of that main event. If it would not been that main event to be on the main event itself, I probably would give it a 6 out of 10. And the show wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show. I just was not fond of that main event match. So, but there you go, folks. That was your one moment, folks. Give me one moment. Sorry about that, I had to take care of something, but there you go, folks. That was your AEW Dark results on the Tuesday nights. And that will also conclude your All Elite Wrestling reviews pertaining to both shows of AEW Dark Elevations and AEW Dark. As I bid you all abdu, so y'all take care of yourselves. Everything that's going on in the world, be well, stay safe, love one another, God bless one another, and live in peace and harmony for us all. Be better of yourself and all that. And yeah. So I'll see you next time for International Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. Hope you're all doing well, and hope you all are having a good time. And don't let anyone get you down. Especially what's been going on with me. So don't let no one get you down of anything. I'm not that type of person to be in a intelligent speaker or whatever that's supposed to be, that jazz and all. But just be a better person as everything that you do. Don't be don't let get the better of you of the bad things. But at the end of the day, you gotta keep going on. Life goes on, everything goes on, and just let everyone know that you're all special, no matter how people view you as. So, but that being said, I am out here. Ta for now. Take care.